About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
A second down throw for Prescott. That caught by the rookie tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught. Schoonmaker. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. 7-7, our score after 1. 7-7. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second and 10. Now Prescott going to change the play. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Swinging this out for Pollard. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Give him the completion. No gain. But let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling. The hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. And it's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now Prescott. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Robert Quinn in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100. And what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And his is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 22, Jones. That's caught by Water out left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10. And now they'll shift things around. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jones to throw on 3rd down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. To throw is Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1.
Cadence, lock in the cadence, lock in the cadence.
A first down carry for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Jones now. Off play action. Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At their own 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Okay, here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jones escaping the pressure right. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Prescott. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
3rd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys 1st down up near the 40-yard line. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy 1st.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2nd down, Pollard again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 141 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. High and able to make the catch downfield. Well, he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
They'll go to Barkley again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They toss it down to Pollard. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Prescott down. And he is caught. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Prescott on 1st down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
The former first-rounder put it all together in 2022 with career highs across the board and cemented himself as one of the faces of the Giants' defense after an all-pro season.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
true on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is, because they've got to push it downfield.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down. Prescott to throw it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Prescott.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Now 2nd and 9.
Throwing Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Looking to throw. Jones.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now a 2nd and 6. Jones looking to change the play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Great. Ladybug.
Here's Jones to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Here we go, hey.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Great.
Now a toss right to Barkley. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Jones looking around. Got a man. It's high and complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, probably that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Giants, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.